The recent economic crisis has trembled some of the EU countries, including Luxembourg. Unlike Spain and Greece, Luxembourg didn't get swept away as much by the crisis. The country has one of the lowest unemployment rates in Europe and relatively modest fiscal and budget deficits when compared to the worst hit economies. But still, it has experienced a severe recession as a result of the international financial crisis. Output contracted sharply and unemployment has risen. Luxembourg's economy was heavily exposed to the downturn in world trade and the financial center has been strongly affected. To the economic crisis currently that hits a lot of European countries, according to you, how is Luxembourg doing so far?
But Luxembourg is a small country, but it is not an island. It has also been affected by the economic crisis, and we were used to have almost no public debt. Now we have a public debt which is attaining more or less 20% of our GDP, which is much less than a lot of other European countries. We have also a bigger deficit than we had before. So the situation is also very difficult in Luxembourg. So the government is trying to deal with this situation by deciding some structural reforms, doing some savings, but without killing the growth. So we are not cutting the wages, we are not cutting in Luxembourg, or we are not dismantling in Luxembourg the social network we have. The government is going on to do public investments, even if the money needed for this is not so important like it was in the past. But we are trying to do well, and I hope that in the near future the situation will improve also in Luxembourg.
Do you think it's going to take a large impact on the, what shall I say, Luxembourgeois?
On the society?
On the people?
But that's what until now the government has prevented. So so the unemployment has increased a little bit, but not too much. We are still under 7%, which in Europe is not a very high percentage. And as I told you, the government is not really touching on the pension systems, nor on the wages. So the people as such are not directly affected, but we have increased some taxes because solidarity taxes were to help in these difficult situations. But with the high level of living we have, so I think for the time being, Luxembourg people are not too much affected.
Mm-hmm. So, do you think that in the longer term the euro will be a viable, stable currency still?
Well, you may know Luxembourg is a member of the Eurozone, and even our Prime Minister, he chaired during 7 or 8 years the Euro group. So Luxembourg was also had a monetary union before the Euro was created. Luxembourg was in a monetary union together with Belgium. So we think that not only the euro will survive, but the euro as such is for us a guarantee for a strong and solid and united Europe. And I think without the euro, a small economy like the Luxembourg economy would have been affected much harder by the economic and the financial crisis. So in any case, we always insist in saying that is not a euro crisis. It's a crisis of a sovereign debt crisis in some countries, but a lot has been done on the level even of the head of states of governments. They met very regularly, and they have created a lot of rules and mechanisms which should help to prevent crises like we have now, and should also help to cure the situation in those countries which are the most affected. So we are very optimistic, without ignoring the challenges which are lying ahead.
Well, since ASEAN is going to be implemented in 2015, which is in a few years' time, and 10 nations are going to form, just exactly like the 26 nations, 27 in the EU. Do you think that ASEAN will follow the path the same as the EU?
Well, as I said in the beginning, so we are supporting all the efforts of integration in this part of the world. That could be that, first it is very important for for the countries and the people of those countries concerned, and they will come together even closer. So they will certainly by developing this Asian economic community improve their standard of living. The growth there will be higher growth and so on. But there will be problems, and that's for sure. So sometimes you have to be competitive. Some countries have advantages, and some others have disadvantages in some fields. So you have to adapt, and it is up to every and each country to do what the governments thinks is necessary to adapt to a more competitive situation.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.